probably the most important lesson that I learned as a kid, besides not to steal, cheat, and all those basic things that we're all taught, is a very strong work ethic. And what I mean by that is my dad would show us as well as talk to us about it, where he said, you know, you might not be the strongest, you're not going to be the fastest, there's going to be somebody better, there's going to be somebody better looking, more money, blah, blah, blah. But he said there's no reason that anybody should ever outwork you. You know, it's about hard work and just hustle and doing everything you possibly can to achieve the goals that you want. No one can stop you on that. You know, yes, you know, you're not 6'5", so you probably won't play in the NBA, but there's no reason whatever that you love, you can't excel at. And he said the beautiful thing that's going to happen if you can learn this lesson is when you match that up with when you do find something that you love and that, you know, that you're acceptable in, not trying to play in the NBA or ride the Tour de France. That's where the magic's going to happen. You're going to take your hard work, your passion, and your love for something, and that's where the true magic really is going to come into play, and you'll find success in life. So that's what I learned more as a kid, and he showed us that by, you know, working 6 days a week, 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock at night, come home, eat dinner for 5 minutes, and then help all three of us boys with their homework. So needless to say, he showed us, you know, what hard work was all about. Probably the most important lesson, you know, that I've learned as an adult has to do with social media and all the stuff that's been happening lately. It really got down to a point where I decided, you know, I have different friends, have different opinions and points that I do, and that's fine. But instead of responding to them all, which basically gets us nowhere, I decided to just kind of pull back and say, okay, you know, you have your opinion, I have my opinion. You know, we're good. There's no point in us getting into, you know, long-winded discussions and maybe jeopardize our friendship. So I decided to just kind of pull back on everything. And you know, it served me quite well. I mean, there's nothing to be gained by just going back and forth and discussing different ideologies or principles that people are set in. And, you know, like my mom said, when it comes to religion and politics, unless we're going to agree, there's no point in discussing it, because no one in the history has ever, you know, history of man has ever looked at someone else and said, you know, I think you're right. I think my God has been false all the time, and your God is really the way to go. So I don't think there's any point in getting into details like that. So it's just a matter, what do you want? Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here.
I think he wants to get out. He's like, let me out.
Here he goes. He wants to talk. Anyways, just to wrap it up quickly, unless we're going to agree on politics and religion, there's no point in talking about it, and it's more important to have the relationships and friends and the trust with each other than anything else. Say goodbye, Chief.